My dad always told me, people who love the bush and land, he says, those people you can trust. That's what he used to tell me.
Well, hi. Welcome to Valles Vistas. Thanks for visiting. Well, Kitty, you stay here with me. Well, now, over the past 10 years, there's been so many changes. We've upgraded to the OM system from the E system. Bella's gotten a bit older. We've got a new kitty cat. Well, now, over the last 10 years, we've had a lot of changes on our photography channel, equipment-wise and otherwise. Recently, we've been getting a bunch of copyright strikes from music that we've been using for years. This has given us an opportunity to redo some of our videos, increase the quality of some of the photographs with the new software, so please take a look. There's a link in the description below to a portfolio page where you can look at some of our photographs and order them if you'd like. So please check that out. Thanks for visiting Valles Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon. Well, now, as I said, this is a remake of a video of the changing of the seasons in Temagami on Lake Wababaca. We're going to drive down here. It's quite a trip to get here. You got to go to Temagami first, and then you got to find the road to Alex's property. We're driving along here. It's some pretty intense driving, I'm telling you. The road is wicked. And when you finally get to his driveway, it's a 2-hour drive approximately down 11 kilometers of driveway, and it's brutal. I mean, I'm driving a 1995 E150 van, and I did get a flat tire on this trip, but we fixed it there. It's kind of interesting. Everybody there is just wonderful, really helpful. It's a great drive. I mean, it's really interesting. There's lots to see along the side of the road. I'd stop once in a while and make some photographs. This puddle, you never know how deep that is and what's going to be under there. Here's a truck coming along. But everybody manages to stay out of each other's way. It's just great. There's zone 6 at the side of the road. I'm trying to get some photographs here at the side of the road. Some bracken and whatnot growing on trees and a little running water. There's lots to see here. If you stick around to the end of the video, you're going to see some slow motion video of the sun going down, some beautiful scenery, and lots of photographs. Once again, there's my van. I'm crawling out of the woods. Look at this rock. Man, oh man, you got to be careful. Here's somebody bringing home the Christmas tree. Look at this driveway. We're just casually going along here. I'm biting my nails all the way. Since this trip, I've had new springs and shocks. Well, I've had shocks put in the van twice, and the new springs really help. But look at this. Wowee. What do you think? Stay to the right? The thing is, with a 1995 van, you know, you fix things up, but there's always something else that's going to break down. I mean, no matter what. Even driving a brand new vehicle down here, you can wind up in trouble. One fellow was coming down in a brand new Mini Cooper, and he had a pretty serious problem up here. Fortunately, Alex's son-in-law was able to fix his car and get him moving again. You can see the rocks here. I mean, you want to really take it easy going through here. If you had a big 4x4 with huge wheels, I mean, you could just burn down there. But look at this, wow. And look at the birch trees on each side of the road, too. I've seen a bear on the road here, which is pretty amazing. This is the driveway, like I said, and wowee, you gotta be careful. Trees are hitting the roof of the van, the side of the van. But that's what it's all about if you want to get the shots. This is the changing of the seasons from summer to fall. We're coming in here and look at this. This is the camp where we're going to be having the celebration and the party. It's always a good time. Just on the left here is where we parked our van for the weekend. Here's one of the puppies coming to visit us. Lots of vehicles everywhere here. There's no cell service here, no internet. Lots of wood for the fire. This is Lake Obabica. It's just beautiful. There you see the clouds moving along, a bit of a time lapse on the clouds. I'm really enjoying this. I was just starting to play around with time lapse and things like that. Here's the campfire. There's Alex, and the fire's burning there. Sacred fire. They keep the sacred fire burning all weekend long. Tall tales and stories about camping and canoeing adventures. Camping out, smoke on the water. My, my. And then the stories.
What happened is Alex will open the ceremonies. We're going to do a smudge. Luke is getting her smudge ready back there. And we'll do a smudge. Something we haven't done for a few years is a feather ceremony. We'll pass a feather around and you can speak your mind.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone for coming, first of all. And it's the first time we're going to make history today because it's the first time we're going to have our gathering here. So that we just got ceremony site at the campsite. And due to weather, and it's called for pretty bad weather. I want everybody to enjoy themselves. And I just want to introduce Wayne and his grandchild coming, and I want to see how the people that spend time with us later. I want to talk to you. We just can't get together in the site this summer when I met you, and it all turned out good. Thank you all.
From the Temagami First Nation, Bear Island is where I grew up. This here is my drum. Red sun rises high, come rise and go with me. Pack up your wet sheets and all that you can carry. Come up way we must go to sea. That's what the people they say. Leave our river and trees for Shingo, Shingo far, far away. We won't last here long. They say that if we stay, strange men will come here soon and take our lands away. Come Kapwe, we must go to Shingo. That's what the people they say. Leave our river and trees for Shingo, Shingo far, far away. Chimigwich, I grew up on the land here. Alex and I are childhood friends. We went to the school on Bear Island together. There's lots of stories that we've been a part of over the years in this area, and the stories of our fathers, grandfathers, that we experienced that was a way of life that doesn't exist really anymore. For myself, I went away to school. I studied, got my degree at Trent University in Native Studies, and got my degree in for education, and became a school teacher, and then an administrator, and mostly worked in First Nations communities. I seen the effects of colonization in the communities in the north. The fallout of that, the generational effects of especially the residential schools in those northern communities was very toxic. The fallout from that, because they were probably hit the hardest with that that whole system that was in place, and that fragmented the families in those communities. And it was very difficult, very heartbreaking in a lot of ways to see that, and to try to, like I was working as an educator, trying to help families, trying to help young people to navigate an education system that was, for the most part, imposed on them. It came clear to me in that experience of being part of that process, and the institutions represented in that process. Even though they were band-run schools, we were still using a system that was, developed for Canadians in general, but there were very specific needs in these communities that were not being addressed and met in the families that were very, in many instances, were very dysfunctional and damaged as a result of generational trauma from the colonization process. So it was very frustrating as an educator to try to help these individuals when all this other stuff was, we were tripping over this other stuff that was in the way. And we couldn't, it was hard to, and it was, it was hard to get a handle of it. If you could just pull it out of the way and say, okay, I'll get that out of the way, it wasn't as simple as that, because there was layers of it. And in some families it was deeper than others, and it was intrinsic into their being in cases. So then they were hurting each other in this. It's a complicated mess is what it is, what's happened in our communities, in our indigenous population. And now as many as are trying to, they work on themselves, they get better, they get stronger, and they get healthy, there's still, the general populace that in general needs that time to heal and space to heal. If you can think of when you're not strong and you're haven't got it pulled all together, you need time and you need space and you need resources to do that. And there's pockets of that happening in the country. This is not a doomsday message that I'm communicating here, but it's going to take time, and it's going to take that support, the resources, and the space to do it, and also the ones of our people, we need to gather around them, the ones that are stronger, and gather around them and help build them up, get that strength back for them and those families, and we need to get a handle on that as a people. That's our job. We can't expect the settler population or the government to do that for us. And in some instances, there is that expectation. That's not going to work. It's never going to result in a real, strong recovery. So that's kind of who I am, and that's my thoughts on where we are in this whole reconciliation process, and I'm thankful for people like yourself. Now people who, and my dad always told me, people who love the bush and land, he says, those people you can trust. That's what he used to tell me. And I believe that. In my experience working with the settler population, people who are back to the landers, who love just the experience of being in the bush, they have a view and an understanding of our humanness, I guess you could say, and how we interact with nature, and that's a good thing. That's something to build on and build bridges with in our relationships with the indigenous and settler population in this country, and that's to me what they call in the Ojibwe prophecies part of the eighth fire. It's the coming together of those different peoples from the different nations coming together and being one, working together. And that's how I see, that's why I come to this gathering that LP hosts here. I see that, I recognize that in this gathering. So I say miigwech to all of you. I love all you made, the starry blanket of the night, speaking of the waves on above the crowd. I love all I saw. All around it's plain to see your handiwork and majesty.
After enjoying the music, we sit around the fire for a while, getting our appetites ready for a big buffet. Sometimes it's wild moose stew, lots of different treats that people bring. Look at there. Now we got a lot of rain, and look at the road. I decided to wait a day or so before we took off. Sun's going down, it's getting dark. Beautiful lake up here, it's so peaceful and quiet. Another campfire, and I'm getting tired. Boy, oh boy, I can't stay up the way I used to. Sun's coming up again. What a beautiful day it's going to be. Look at there, wowee. Mist on the water and the sun coming through. Nobody's looking forward to leaving. It's unfortunate, but we've had a great time, and the sun's going down again. Look at the stars, so nice and clear. I'm getting ready to leave, and I got a flat tire. Look at this, wow. So we had to get a patch kit and plug the tire. Look at there, wow. Everybody was so helpful. The chief had a flat tire too, and the guys plugged his tire for him, so he didn't have to drive out on his little wheelbarrow spare tire. We're pumping the tire up here now. I got a lot of help. Everybody was so helpful to me because foolishly I left Bella in the van when it was up on the jack. She jumped around and knocked the van off the jack, so we had to get it up again. And this is what I'm up against. This is the road out of here. But, you know, I got the tire fixed and the van's going good, so we're just going to drive out, make our way home. It's always sad to leave here. I'm going to let some people go ahead of me. Beautiful scenery on the way out. Just look at this. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon.